Thursday night at Red Bull Arena, it ain't going to be your average Hudson River Derby. I can promise you that. This one is to see who moves on to the round of 16 in the League's Cup. So let's go big with the coverage, baby. I've got my guys, Javier and Daniel Gutierrez of the City Boys Show, to get us all caught up on all things NYCFC heading into Thursday night's matchup. Fellas, welcome to my pitch.
This is nice. This is better than our studio that we got at home.
I think we're competing a little.
Goals. Just say hashtag goals right now. But let's talk about these goals, and let's start off with the signings, though. NYCFC Sporting Director David Lee, my man's been busy during this MLS secondary transfer window. Tell us who these guys are, and do you think that these signings are enough to push this team through to the postseason when MLS play opens back up in mid-August?
We really hope so. I mean, David Lee was real quiet during the winter transfer market, and he's got hot during the summer. First big signing's been Mounsef Bakra. He came in a couple weeks ago. He got his first start against Toronto, where we just won 5-0, and what a game it's been. He's changed the way we play. There's been so much spacing, and we just, can't wait to see what else he does when he's been with the team more than 5 minutes. Please.
Yeah, look, Christmas came early this year for NYCFC fans. They're not playing. They're going after players right now. And Julian Fernandez is another guy we just signed. He's a winger, and he's replacing Gabriel Pereira, so there's big shoes to fill. Nope. He's 19 years old, and he's hopefully going to make a big impact on the team.
Yeah, and we also signed Andres Pereira from Philadelphia Union.
Okay.
Andres wasn't getting a lot of time over there, but he's been considered has real good potential. And on top of that, Kean Parks, about to have a baby himself. He's joining the baby club with us, guys. And his wife is due sometime this week, so he might not make it to League's Cup. Okay. And we need someone to fill in those shoes. And hopefully Andres Pereira could help fill in not only this game, but games for the rest of the season.
And then there's one last signing that all NYCFC fans are very excited about. It's not confirmed yet, but it's very close to being confirmed.
Okay, all right.
Maxi Morales, he used to play for the squad. He led the squad back then. He's the Argentinian. He's 36 years old. He leads the team all time with assists, and he might be making his return back to the squad. This would be huge for the team. When he was with the squad, he was the field general. This is something that would be a huge impact for the team, and it could lead the team to get further into actually make the playoffs, because that's the hurdle in itself.
Yeah, they're sitting there like they always come back. Like you said, no, this would be huge to get these guys in, get them acclimated, and make that last push. I believe NYCFC's 13th in the East right now. So there's that last push that they're going to need, and you're going to need some horses to get you past the finish line. I went from soccer to horse racing. I don't know what's going on.
We're talking about babies.
Derbies, everything. All right, so let's get into the derby. If you're Nick Cushing, what are you telling your squad in terms of attack points, and what will be your keys to win this game?
I think the key is let's keep doing what we're doing, right? In the past 3 months, we've only had 2 wins, but we're only losing games by a goal. There's been a lot of games where it's been 1-1 draws, 0-0 draws, and what's occurring is we just haven't had a striker to finish. Now we have Mounsef Bakra. Okay. We have these new key players. I think we keep the game plan that we've had in place, and now we have the finishing quality that we didn't have.
Yeah, and look, when we faced the Red Bulls last time, earlier in the season, it was a 1-0 game, but NYCFC had 70% possession of the ball. So you got to think, what was the big thing that we were missing? That finisher. And now we have that player. And he's already scored a goal in just 1 appearance. So you got to start feeling like this is the game, this is his moment, and let's see what happens.
Moonsa having his own little messy effect here in New York. But this is the place to play big. This is the place to blow up, especially when you're trying to lead that team back into the playoffs. This team has won the Commonwealth Cup, the MLS Cup a couple years back, so not too far removed from that. So you're Nick Cushing again. I would say put the Nick Cushing hat on, but he's kind of bald. So I would say, what are you telling your team in terms of what you can't afford to give up? Where do you think the Red Bulls are going to attack this squad?
I think the Red Bulls are known for being a high-press team. They put tons of pressure on you. They wait for you to make the mistake, and then they score on the counter. Now we have Kean Park's potentially missing this game, so our midfield is going to be vulnerable, regardless of whether we play Alfredo Morales, who's been on the team for a long time, or we end up playing Andres Pereira, who's brand new to the team. There's going to be a little bit of lack of chemistry here. The goal is don't let the pressure get to you. Find the opportunities, because if they're pressing, that means that the back line is vulnerable. Find those opportunities, get it to those special X players that we have out there, and get that goal.
Yeah, anytime we play against Red Bulls, it's an intense matchup.
Yeah, it is.
And one thing that could happen is we've allowed a lot of set-piece goals. So the key is defend against set-piece goals. And to be honest, the first team to score usually wins these games. Since 2021, only one team has scored between these two teams against each other in the same matchup. So this is going to be, if you score first, you will likely win this game. So it's going to be intense. It's going to be a great atmosphere, and we'll see what happens.
You hear that, people? First one to win this game. All right, real quick, goal prediction. What's the final score? And then shout out where the people can find you guys.
What you got going?
I think we're on fire in offense. 5 goals last game against Toronto. I think we're going to win this game 2-0. Let's go, boys.
2-0 in soccer, not American
2-0.
football.
Sorry, my bad.
I'll go 1-0. I still think the first team,
1-0,
1-0. The first team to score is the one who usually wins, and I think NYCFC takes it with a 1-0 win.
All right, where do the people find you guys?
Find us at NYCFC City Boys on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, although we never post there.
YouTube, TikTok.
And our podcast.
Oh, man. Hey, we're trying to get a Threads sponsor here, man. So we post often on Threads here. Hey, fellas, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for
man.
having us, man. Really appreciate it.